Hello, it's always a beautiful time for me to sit here and discuss very topical issues. And today I'm particularly excited. Yes, I know you are because every Wednesday we sit here, we discuss something that is very important to all of us. Now, I'm wondering how much love do we show our internal organs? Do we pamper them as much as we pamper our skin? Do you know that what you are physically is actually a function of what you are on the inside? Today we'll be looking at renal health. For me, it is the engine house of every single human being, meaning that if it stops working, a lot of things will go wrong. And so, for that engine to work well, we must ensure that we give it the right oil, we give it the right treatment, and the right checkups. Renal health, if I bring it down to the words we all understand, it is the kidney health. How much of love, affection do we show our kidneys? Well, a lot of times we hear people needing transplants. It's scary. A lot of times, again, we hear people being on dialysis. It is also scary. But do you know that a lot of times as well, we can remove, we can avoid those things if we do the right things? We're talking about your lifestyle. Well, Elizabeth is not a doctor, but just as you are not a doctor, a lot of us here are not doctors, but we understand the fact that we need to have a healthy lifestyle. And so I have a lot of people here who are perhaps doing it right or perhaps doing it wrong. I don't know. At the end of the day, we'll find out. But I know that coach is here and another coach is here. But let's start from my sisters here.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Tokumbo Giwa Amu. I'm a life coach. And when she talks about lifestyle, I like my lifestyle is really all about fitness, faith, and food.
Okay. I know you. I often catch you up with you jogging or doing something.
One thing or the other on exercise.
I
is
can
working
swear
out.
with my life that Coach Didi does not work out.
She doesn't have to. Gosh.
No, she has to. No, 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 no.
Everybody has to work out.
Everybody has
But
to.
I'm happy I'm
work out.
sitting next to her today, so I'll just tap.
So you tap.
Fitness.
Honestly, oh, hello, good morning. My name is Memuna Omi Abdullah, aka Coach Didi. I'm not a fitness, but me, I love food. Everybody knows. I love food.
But it doesn't show.
It's God.
And you went on the retreat. How was it?
It was amazing. I did a
Looks
retreat
like you
on
dropped 10
team
years
building
off your
for
system when you came
the
back.
UN in Maiduguri. It was fantastic.
Wow.
Beautiful. That's
Yes.
good. And
My name is Joy. It's good to be here. And it's good to have you guys back.
Yeah.
Yes.
you missed them, right?
Oh, yes, I did.
And we have an
I did.
additional person, Doctor. But I'll let you do your introduction yourself.
Oh, okay, sure. Hi, my name is Dr. Susanna Adams, and I'm actually a lifestyle medicine trained professional that is in Harvard Medical School, and I also hold a master's in preventive and promotional medicine. And I believe the reason she called us is because we set up a center to medically monitor lifestyle medicine and lifestyle modification.
All right, now you know. You already explained it. So we're going to get into the gig right away. But shortly after that, we'll be, shortly before that, we'll be taking a break. When we come back, we'll be getting into our talk. The break is actually the one I call the medical break. That's it.
Our bodies are made up of several organs that work in unity for our good, which is why they are known as the wonder within. Each one has a specific function, and the kidney is one of them. Our kidneys are bean-shaped organs located just below the rib cage on either side of the spine. They play a crucial role in maintaining the body's internal balance. Think of them as the body's own filtration and regulation system. Inside the kidney, we find millions of tiny structures called nephrons. These are the functional units responsible for filtering waste products from our blood. Each nephron consists of a glomerulus, a network of tiny blood vessels, and a tubule. The glomerulus acts as a filter, allowing small molecules like water, waste products, and minerals to pass through while keeping blood cells and large proteins in the bloodstream. As blood flows through the glomerulus, waste products and excess water are forced out, forming a fluid called filtrate. This filtrate then travels through the tubule where essential substances such as glucose, amino acids, and minerals are reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. Simultaneously, the tubules secrete waste products such as toxins and excess ions into the filtrate. Once all the necessary adjustments are made, the remaining fluid, now called urine, is ready to be eliminated from the body. From there, the urine travels down through the ureters and collects in the urinary bladder until it is time for elimination through the urethra. The whole process is orchestrated by complex hormonal signals and precise control mechanisms. The kidneys also play a crucial role in regulating blood pressure, balancing electrolytes, and maintaining proper pH levels in the body. Without their efficient functioning, our body's internal environment would become imbalanced, leading to a host of health issues.
Okay, now we know the functions of the kidney. As you know, we didn't. I, for one, didn't understand all of that until when I watched it for the first time. It's important that we understand the function and the purpose of something, especially when it's something that God has given to you. Understand the purpose. That way you learn how to use it rightly. The kidney does a whole lot. It's so scary. And I'm told, doctor, that they're usually very tiny, right?
Yes, they are small, usually two. Sitting, like if you touch your rib cage and just go like this, you can practically touch, from here. But I think that when you say important, if people understand how important, number one, even the red blood cells that you produce, kidney has something to do with it.
Oh, wow.
Regulating your BP,
Yeah.
kidney has something to do with it.
Wow.
Producing vitamin D for your strong bones, etc. Kidney has something to do with it. Eliminating toxins from your whole body, even drugs, kidney has something to do with it. Producing urine, that's obvious, kidney has something to do with it. So like there are so many, it's not out there. It's until you lose the kidney, then you're like, oh my God, how do I get my bones? Or how do actually people that are already on dialysis, they have to get things that will help their body artificially make red blood cells.
You don't know what you have until you lose it.
You don't know what you have
That's
until you
true.
lose it.
That's
So yes, so that's. I just want to bring that importance to the organ, so that even if we are just talking about lifestyle that will enhance the organ, we will know how important this organ is.
I'm still going to sit back with you. A lot of times we want to take it from the experts. Lifestyle changes. Some have mentioned alcohol. I know you're a big time on workouts
Yeah.
and mind training. You're a big time into emotional and mind as well. So those lifestyle, do they really in any way influence or affect the kidney, whichever one?
In everywhere you think about it, eventually, let's say, how will the kidney eventually fail? If you don't have a good blood pressure, it will destroy the kidney. So I tell people, every time your BP goes up, your kidney goes to work. If my kidney is working once a day and your own is working 100 times a day, which one is going to fail faster?
Yeah.
So you also, like, working out and keeping us in shape and allowing toxins to go out, rehydrating and everything, it's so huge for kidney. And then of course with the mind, mind, medicine and mental health, of course if you're stressed and you're disturbed, what happens? You go into an inflammatory state, BP goes up, palpitation and everything. All those things will still contribute to destroy you. So yes, they are so. In fact, I feel like they're the most important people in the prevention of these kidney issues. And of course, eventually, if you have the problem, you still have to modify the lifestyle and do what they tell you to do before you get your kidney back, or else it's too bad.
All right, let me go to Coach Tooks. I know that one time I was part of your event with the ladies, and you had a lot of workouts. I also noticed that you did a bit of talking to, so to speak, to us, the ladies. Now, how do you get to encourage us to do the right thing?
Everything has to do with
Because the thing is, a lot of us don't want to work out.
yes, it's not work out.
I'm not talking to someone.
I do work out. My mind. I work my mind.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that takes a lot of pressure off. Yeah, Shay?
Okay.
So, but then what happens is that working out can be fun. It all depends on how you see it. I know you like to dance.
Yes, definitely.
So you can decide to dance. Dancing is so good and healthy. Of course, that brings out the sweat, right, Doc? And we need that to, bring it out. Drink a lot of water. So while you're working out, you're drinking, rehydrating yourself. And, you can work out with groups. That's always fun. Because sometimes it can be boring. Just being on your own and because sometimes it's like a punishment for some people. But then look for the type of exercise you like to do. And you can go online. There's so many things out here now. I have this lady I do sometimes with if I can't go to my workout space at Old Paragon, Leslie Sonson. She calls it Walk for Life. And so you're doing different things that work every part of the body.
Okay, walk for life, what does that mean? Trekking?
So we're actually working out in a spot, but as
Oh,
opposed
okay.
to going outside.
Okay.
So it's like aerobics in your
Oh,
room,
okay.
in your
Your
parlor,
room, yeah.
Okay.
wherever you
Space.
in your space, exactly. So she's telling you that all you have to do is just walk at least 30 minutes a day. At least 30 minutes a day. That will help you. Of course, if you want to lose weight, that's different. Because you want to do at least an hour, at least three times a week, right?
Yes.
But if you can do 30 minutes a day of just walking, not even jogging, just walking, that will help you pump. And of course, you need the kidney to function that way. So then the drinking of the water is cleaning you out. And of course, staying out away from alcohol as much as you can. And then the lifestyle of no smoking, totally cutting it out. Because that just helps you, it brings you down. Even though you think that it's taking you higher.
But there's some people that will quarrel with you on that.
But that's the
Smoking.
truth. But that's the
So
truth.
yeah, because so of course from the reading I read when I went to school. So they say cut down alcohol, but cut off smoking.
Yeah, I read
Okay,
it too.
cut down alcohol,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but
Cut off total.
completely.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So those who cook with firewood income.
So the firewood doesn't actually have the nicotine. Exactly, it doesn't have the nicotine that is the high.
Yeah.
That would the firewood would affect your chest, your
Okay.
lungs rather. But
Okay.
yeah, but then too, we don't want to go high.
All right, let me get back to doctor now. The exercise part of it, how does it help the kidney?
Okay, well, when you are exercising, okay, what are you really doing? You're helping, okay, there's a connection between the heart and the kidney. So there's this artery that passes the blood from the heart to the kidney for what? Filtration and elimination of toxins and pushing back things like amino acid, vitamins, mineral back into the bloodstream. Now, when you're exercising, you enhance that performance.
Okay.
You understand? You're saying exercising. So you're jumping, you're having a cardiovascular workout, your heart is pumping, it means the blood is pumping, you're actually cleaning your kidney faster. So if you ask me directly, how does exercise help kidney? I would say you're just enhancing the cleaning of
And
your
of course,
blood.
you do a lot of water when you're
Yes, and
exercising.
then when you're exercising, you drink water,
Water.
you further cleanse.
Okay.
So I think like directly that would be simple enough for the audience.
All right, I'll go back to another coach who is a mind worker. And I know you work a lot with women and of course the men as well, especially when it comes to the area of depression. For what the doctor has just told us that if your mind is not functioning well, it could affect your BP and at the long run, I didn't know that up to now, it gets to your kidney as well. How do you manage? Because it's not easy to tell somebody who is worrying. to stop worrying? How do you handle that?
Well, because just like she said, I heard in my training, we already learned that the body keeps count. There's a connection between the mind and the body. Now, you cannot tell someone not to worry. Don't you worry. Even me, as I'm talking, I worry. I have problems sitting by my side. They're invisible, but they're here beside me. So life is full of problems.
Yeah.
They're there.
Wipe it off.
Yeah, life is full of problems. We have problems. Some of them we create by ourselves. Some of them come to meet us. So it's not about not having problems. It's learning to manage them.
Okay.
This is where the mindset comes in. If you learn to manage your problems, first of all, we encourage psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is talk therapy. When you talk about your problems, there's a hormone that's released in your brain, the chemical, and it gives you relief. So just talking about it is a relief. And then skills and techniques to manage them, like learning the difference between the things. When I tell people this, they keep saying, "Oh my God, all this, it's as simple as that." Yes, learning the difference between the things you can and cannot control in your life is the core of the matter. Stress. Doctor, I'm sure she's going to mention more about stress, because when I did my training, we saw the connection between stress, mental health, high blood pressure, and hypertension. Honestly, this is a new one for me. Thank you for this, because I'm going to not inculcate this in my training. The connection now between that, the heart, and the kidneys, because we all stress about something. Life can be so stressful. So learning to manage your stress is not just about the mind. Now we're learning it's going to affect your kidneys as well. So basically teaching them coping mechanisms to manage their stress and
Okay.
trauma.
That's a good one. If you're able to manage. When you talked about stress bringing negativity to your system, I quickly thought about dancing. You enjoy dancing. How do you feel when you do that?
Dancing, you see, I'm a fun person. So I don't have to wait to hear the music to dance.
There's always a party in your head.
Yes, that's it. And that's why I always tell people, somebody asks me a question, why do you love to drive? I love to drive because I have
There's music
there's
in the car. Yes.
And I notice that most of the time I'm driving, I'm always happy. Yes, I'm always happy. Not in Lagos.
Of course not.
Not in Lagos, but in Abuja. And one thing about the kidney thing is that when you grow older, I never used to go see GP or doctors or anything, but when I had some issues years ago when I was getting to my premenopausal stuff, and I thought I was going to die because I was having palpitations, I couldn't sleep at night, things just changed, my system changed, and I didn't know what it was. But luckily for me, I have friends who were much older than me that used to tell me about stuff. Like they say, what you know helps you in life.
Yes.
And all that. So I went to my doctor and we talked, and he laughed and he says, okay, this is what you are going through. And in between it, I had sinuses. And the thing about sinuses is that you have to breathe heavy. So too many things are working at the same time. Then he looked at me and he said, you're a bit, you have to reduce your size. It's good to tell yourself the truth.
Yeah.
I have always been a workout person. Why? Because I grew up in the barracks as usual, like I say, and I used to play squash. But later, when I became older, and I knew that the work was too much, and I just said, okay, let me pick what I love the most. So all I do is walk, because we Nigerians are used to driver take you here, drop you, pick you, do this, do that, and all that. So it's something we have to change. If you can walk when you go abroad and carry all your load without dandoko and anything,
Backpack.
we should try.
We're not doing it because we like it. We just have
No, but you see, the thing here is that, but we do it there. So we should learn sometimes to just drop our cars, drop our keys, and just have fun and just walk. Because whether we like it or not, these kidneys are working extra hard.
True. And I still want, because we're talking about kidney, you're drinking
Yes.
water. It's okay.
I think that's why we have water today.
I don't want you guys to catch me on it.
Yes.
I have to go water.
That's why we
Now,
have water today.
The cortisol is the bad one, and I don't know, there's another one, happy hormone. It's endo, what's now? You tell me.
And endorphins,
Uh-huh.
serotonin. Um, well,
You know,
we
there are a
call
whole
Oxytocin.
lot of them. Okay.
oxytocin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are happy
Happy
hormones
hormones.
that
Because
are
I know that when I
secreted.
dance, somehow,
Yes.
just 2 days ago,
Yeah.
somebody told me, "Oh, I'm stuck." I said, "What do you mean?" She said she was doing a bit of writing. She's a writer, and she was under pressure to finish a particular thing and send to the publisher, and it wasn't just working. So I said, "Why don't you turn off your system, put your music, and do a dance?" He said, "How does that help?" I said, "Try it out," and she did. In less than 40 minutes, I got a call back. She said, "Do you know it worked?" I said, "Yes." When you feel pressured, you dance. A lot of times, you will secrete those happy hormones. You know, especially if you play music you like, not
Just
the
know
one you're
what works
forcing.
for you.
Yeah, it does. I haven't seen anybody it didn't work for. Because if you're moving to a rhythm you enjoy, definitely,
Do the Afrobeat.
you know,
That's it.
Afrobeats. If you like to
It
do
can be
blues,
jazz.
No, no,
anything.
jazz makes me sleep.
So
Oh
that's
wow.
you. That's what we're
Yeah,
saying.
that's
What
it.
for
So
you? What
that's
works
why I
for
like
you?
the
What
Afro
works for you? You know,
because
because some people just clear up.
yeah, I
Jazz
know.
clears your mind up. You know.
Most
So
of the time in the
How
office.
do you dance to jazz?
that's what I'm saying. We're talking about different things that work for. So
Okay,
listen,
okay,
listen to
listen to
music.
Listening
music.
So
to
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
it.
For
Yeah.
other
She
people,
was
it's
talking
even
about her friend
meditation.
who
For
who
me, for
needed
other
to
people, it's
clear up her
meditation.
mind.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so jazz will actually just clear
It
you up.
does.
So
It
those
settles you
happy.
sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
So
opposed to
just look for what works for you.
Okay, I guess what works for anybody,
Yeah.
you go for it.
Yeah.
Everything works for me once it's music. Even if you're hitting the kunkum, it
Yeah.
works for me. Yeah, I'll just dance to
That
it.
makes me happy.
Anyway,
It makes me happy.
those happy hormones,
Yes.
when we secrete them, how does it help the kidney?
Okay.
Well, how do you know?
Well, you will know.
You will
Okay.
know
Your
because you
heart,
You
feel
will feel
differently.
it.
Okay.
You
Just
will
like when I
feel
see
it.
food.
Yes.
Ah,
I've told you a story before about one time I said my husband and I we woke up and got into an argument and I was really angry and upset. And this is like maybe 5 a.m. and I had my workout starts at 5:30. So he says, let's go for it. So he walks and I'll go join my friends. And we went to walk and I walked into the place where we were going to get exercise. I had walked in really upset and angry. You know how you be angry. And by the time we finished and he came to pick me, I was smiling and I was laughing.
you've forgotten.
Your
Yes, and I really
workout.
thought, wow,
It does.
the happy hormones came out.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
You,
good.
you will check
So your
someone will tell you,
question.
you have to remind you, Shabi, you were quarreling. You say, it's cool.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you'll be trying to
try
go
to-
back to it. It's
What
not
happened?
working.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
your
doctor.
question, you were
Yeah.
saying that how um,
The hormone.
the hormones,
Yeah.
the happy hormones,
Yeah.
how does it help your kidneys? For one, you mentioned something about cortisol. If you're too stressed, you have excess production of cortisol and it will put your body in an inflammatory state. When you're in that state, you have something called like a vasoconstriction. You're tight. Blood is not flowing. In fact, if you notice people that have a stroke, they were very stressed or something happened the day before. So that
Right.
heightened inflammatory state and constricted state, and maybe the heart is struggling to make up and the blood doesn't get to the brain fast
Okay.
enough. It actually, so the happiness hormone is actually a relaxing hormone. It helps you to you're gonna sleep better at night.
Definitely.
And then, well, of course, when you're sleeping, you're repairing. One of them
Yeah.
is also melatonin. You're sleeping, you're repairing.
Um,
And when you're repairing, what are you repairing? You're also repairing the kidneys. You understand?
True.
And then when you're cool and calm and mentally stable, your BP is more like this, normal, your average of 120 over 80. Remember, 120/80 is not the number, plus or minus 5. But when you're not secreting those happiness hormone, it's flying up and down. Remember, I said when your BP is working, your kidney is working 10 times harder to push back sodium, send it out, a lot of mess. So happiness hormone truly does regulate your entire system and then also protect and repair your kidney.
you know, there's something I say, eat and be happy.
Eat and be happy, right?
Yes, so I was talking about fitness, food, and faith. And I say, like I said, I'm a foodie. But you have to be very careful about what you're eating. I was trying to read this and I say, red bell peppers,
Yeah.
sachet,
Yeah.
things like that. One of my sister-in-law, she chews it. I'm like, Why would you do that? But you find that there's so much in this
I
one fruit
I love
or
it.
vegetable.
Yeah.
So it cleanses.
I
Is that
love
what
it.
peppers?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know? And you know
On
the
its
thing
own?
is that
Yeah, on its own.
no,
Well,
the,
I
no,
mean, you
the,
can have it in different.
salad.
You can have a salad.
Yeah.
you
not
can have-
really.
yeah.
You see, for me, most of the time I see people when they do that, they overcook it.
Yeah.
The fun I like when I'm
It's
so
crunchy.
it's crunchy. I like to
Yes,
hear
but
crust,
in salad, yes.
you know those things, and
We kill the medicine.
that's
Yeah.
it. So,
Then what
yeah.
about the spice, the hot spice?
No, but
The
you know
combo,
that
how do you manage it?
I am
They are
I
the sweet ones.
I
too.
grew up in
It's not spicy.
that.
So, but you can
I
take
grew
out
up in
the
the
seeds from
southwest.
the
You can
inside.
take it
The
out.
seeds are the-
That's not
Yeah, you can take it out.
You take it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I grew up in that part of Nigeria where without pepper for me, it's
Food
not.
has
It's,
to taste.
I would definitely try.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So when it comes to pepper, I go all the way, and it helps. It
Okay.
helps my body
Okay,
system.
beyond pepper, I have heard a whole lot about water.
Yes.
And the doctor has actually stressed it. Before we go to how it affects the system, I'd like to know how many gallons of water do you do in a day?
This is where they say the truth. We say
Ah,
the truth.
I know that she's going to be. She's drinking water now because.
To answer your question, in fact, we should all
So
drink
I'll
water.
be honest about it.
Yeah.
But ask that
You don't like water.
Yeah,
I
so-
never did.
So I never really liked water
Water, yeah.
for the longest time of my life, and so one time I thought, and these teased me a lot. My friends were like, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "You know what? It can't be that bad." So I said, "You know what? The best thing I'm going to do is,
Just get
so I decided, I'm
Yeah.
going to go on a fast. So I'm not going to take. I always have Ribena by my bed. That's how bad I was, and I only drink Sprite because I think it's closer to water. So I just thought this is like 10 years ago.
It's not
so I
still close
said-
at
so I
all.
decided, but it's sugar, the color. So I decided no more all of this,
Mm.
and I'm going to be just water for 3 months. It's amazing the way I felt, even after 2 weeks. I mean, I felt lighter, with ease around my body. I mean, it's not as if after 3 months I didn't go back to drinking or whatever things.
Okay, but it's better.
But I'm more water now.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have water by my bed. I have water by my bed as opposed
Coach
to
Didi,
Ribena.
what's
Yes.
the problem?
So what about you
I'll be
about
able to answer
water?
the question.
Yes.
Okay.
I drink water. I just did.
Okay.
Good.
Coach Didi, did you drink water before coming to the studio?
No.
Okay. Let me talk about myself. You see, among all of us, I'm a bit on the thing and it's because I don't do alcohol. Zero alcohol. So I get into trouble. I'm a party girl. So I go to a party. I can't be drinking water in party now.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. So most of the time I'm doing Chapman, I'm doing smoothie, I'm doing all that. So that's why I know that this extra, I'm not really a foodie person. I am
Right, just-
into sugar. So with age, they told me that please try and do water and put lemon. Okay. I started that, but the other problem now is drinking water like this
It's punishment,
is
right?
punishment. So I now decided, okay, let me do water that is cold. Doctor says
it's not good.
it's not good.
Ah,
So I now settle. Since I want to live long, since I want to live healthy, I don't have a choice. I must drink this water. And thank God I'm making it a bit of a lifestyle now. I don't have a choice.
You're talking about water. For me too, I did try for some time to drink water because I was told water is really important. And honestly, I'm not a water person as well. So what I did was, kaya mata and mata.
Yes.
I was told cloves is very good kaya mata.
Yeah.
So what I began to do was I would take like bottles of water. I would soak in cloves for days in the fridge, and then I go out with one every day.
That's
So I was killing two birds with one.
One
Three,
stone.
actually, it helps
Uh-huh.
with sugar.
See,
Uh-huh.
thank you.
Oh,
So
three
I
birds.
realized that I
Three
can't. I've tried all the water, putting things in water, and it can't work for me. I'd rather just have water as
Really?
water. So yes, and once I start drinking water, I just continue. So now it's like I put water on my bed. I say, another thing I'll tell you is that so I suppose having the big bottles,
Yes.
that just makes me feel like this is real.
it's a chore.
So I have the little bottles, and I just keep, and it's as if I'm drinking a lot of water. So I mean, I can drink.
No,
it
but
that much.
there's something I noticed about water again. Because of the kind of job I do, I go to different offices. So I never want to start going to people's office to use the bathroom. to pee. So I don't know whether it's a psychology. I'm happy a doctor is here. I noticed during the day, I hardly use the bathroom. But at night, when I sleep, because I take a lot of water when I get home in the
To
evening.
compensate.
So I noticed when it's cold, when the AC is on, or I'm in some other climate that it's very cold, I notice I use the bathroom a lot. So somebody now told me that, are you sure something is not wrong with
Sugar.
with your system? I said no. I know because of the way I am. Because I don't take too much water during the day. I take more water at night, and the good thing with me is that I love to sleep. I know how to sleep.
Getting up doesn't disturb your
It
sleep.
doesn't. No, you know there are some
Really?
people when they get up and they go to the bathroom, they can't sleep. I had insomnia during those times of those thing I had, but later I'm somebody even with all the music in the world I can sleep. So for me it's convenient, and people say people who wake up at night and pay a lot, they have system, their system is bad.
All right.
So, yeah,
I,
doctor,
I,
yeah,
I
so-
think we'll take it back to the doctor.
Yeah,
How
that's
many?
why.
All we've been talking, you get to address them, but I want to know, pointedly, how many gallons or liters or bottles or cups of water is ideal for us to maintain a healthy kidney?
Okay, so in our clinic, Dr. Physic Clinic, we advise 6 before 6. Can you
What does
repeat?
that mean?
Six
Say
before six.
before
Six
6.
before six.
Six
Good.
before
So
6
we
a.m.
do-
to 6 p.m.
Yes, so we do 2 for breakfast,
Two what?
2 bottles of water,
Bottles
for
or
breakfast,
I hope that's
about
glasses and
50
not
to
bottles.
75 cl. Doesn't matter as long as
Like
you.
something like this.
No, this
know-
is smaller.
This is small.
No,
yeah.
this is okay.
Oh, really?
It's okay because
Ah.
people don't drink water.
Yeah.
So if they can just get 2 things, really ideally it was done on 75 cl bottle. Let me be
It's
specific.
big.
But for me, if you have these bottles of water, you do 2 for breakfast,
Okay.
2 for lunch, and 2 for dinner before 6 p.m. Then you've done your water. You've done water requirement for the day, and that way, when you now go to bed, you're not up all night urinating because that's a formula for blood pressure. You're not going to repair properly because you're supposed to just rest. And then when you wake up, your heart goes like this. When do you have that complete rest all the way? Two, it's not because of AC, it's because when you lie down, you kind of compress or touch something that it's going to touch. Like as you're sitting, you're not pressing down on your bladder or kidney. Something
When
is
you're
will be
sleeping.
when you're sleeping,
Okay.
you can press on something that will touch it. So we advise 6 before 6. 2 bottles of water for breakfast, 2 for lunch, 2 for dinner before 6. So from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Try to finish your
So
water.
after 6, we shouldn't be
So
eating.
After
Six,
6, you can just if you can, you should just reduce the amount of water. Maybe just sip.
Oh.
But what we notice is that all our clients, this is what they tell us.
Yeah.
They don't drink from morning till night, and your body is like, I need that water. I need that water. I need it. And when they come home, they want to do their water requirement. They now
To
drink
catch up.
to catch up. Thank you.
And
They
we
now
like-
do it at night,
Yeah.
and then they pay for it throughout the night,
night,
and it will
okay.
affect the BP. And when your BP is affected, what else is affected?
If your kidneys are affected.
You have said it. Yeah.
Whoops.
Alright, yeah.
Now you're talking about sleep.
6
Yes.
before 6.
Very important.
I always try to sleep well, and talking about that means 7 hours a
Yes.
day. And one day I was on my phone. Somebody looked at me, said, "Come, you mean you do 7 hours sleep a day?"
Oh, yes.
I said, "Yes. I'm
That's why you
sorry.
look so
I
good."
was going to do 8, but I can't." The person said, "You're greedy. Why would you, at your old age, do 7 hours? You're wasting manpower and time."
Really?
I was looking at the person. He says, "No, do you think all these big men do all that?
No, they
You
don't.
should
That's
do-
why they're sick.
You should
Yeah.
do 4 hours so you have enough time to do other things." And I was like, I'm very lucky. I was well grounded on the benefits of sleep, and I'm not going to let anybody talk me out of it. Now, how many hours? And I actually do a lot of sleep monitoring. When I wake up, I check the ranges, the REM, the deep sleep,
Yes.
the wake period and my light sleep. You know, if the my REM and the deep sleep does not hit beyond 1 hour, I am not happy.
Sorry,
And
it's
usually
Oh,
it's on the
It's on your watch.
yeah, I wear it on my wrist
Yeah.
while
On
I'm
your
sleeping,
wrist.
so it does the calculation for me, including when you snore in.
Yeah.
So so
Does
if
it
I
only
don't
acknowledge the noise or it stops it?
no, when you snore, it will tell you snore.
And then
And if you're not used to snoring, it's also a pointer that something is not right. You know, so you should see a doctor. So unless you're used to snoring. Anyway, so if I check all of that and a certain range is not met, I know that my sleep is not proper. And even without checking, if I have less than 1 hour on the REM horizon,
Cycle, yeah.
I am weak in the brain. If I have less than 1 hour on the deep horizon, even though my light sleep is longer, like 5 hours, I always find out that I'm tired on the physical. So I notice those things. But I don't know the connection of all of this to my kidney.
Okay. So actually, your kidney is a hormone regulator. It produces there's something called ADH. I don't want to get too technical, but that ADH actually like there's some BP drugs that are I think it's ADH inhibitor like to not to get too technical. So it produces a lot of hormones. Now, when you're sleeping, there's another hormone that's supposed to be helping you sleep very well, which is what? The melatonin.
Melatonin.
Yes. So when you sleep, your question is that how does sleep help the kidney? So when you have the adequate sleep, your body, like I said before, goes into the height of repair state. Because the organ is not meant to work two force
24/7.
non-stop. You're on your phone, you're thinking, you're raising, you open what is this thing, what's up, you see something, you're like, oh my god, in the middle of the night.
Right.
Then after that you're like, oh, then something will make you cry. You keep working your emotion and your
Honestly.
mental just as you're going to bed. And then eventually it's like 1 a.m. And then at 1 a.m. your melatonin surge is finished. So you're just playing catch.
Okay.
You're playing catch.
So the peak period for melatonin to, work with your brain
Mhm.
is what time to
Before
what
12.
time?
Before 11:30, like from as soon as the sun sets, your body naturally starts very low and then it peaks, peak. Once it's like 9:30, 10 is at the highest. That's why no
So we should be
matter what you're
asleep at
doing,
that time.
you feel a little sleepy, but we push it off. With training, we don't even recognize it anymore. So what that will do is to keep your kidneys repaired, and then once your kidneys are repaired, your BP will be because see, there's a for me how I see the kidney. I just see a line from the heart. Really, there is
Yeah,
to
exactly.
the kidney.
Yes.
So I just there are other functions. I mean, I'm really narrowing it so that we can take something home. I'm not sitting here as a nephrologist or even a cardiologist, but at least let us talk so that people can understand. If you see your heart, see your kidney. They are brothers and sisters. We are skipping sugar. The
Yeah.
leading cause of kidney failure
Sugar.
right now, diabetes,
That's
number
what I
one.
wanted
Before
to say.
it was blood pressure. So you have to think, what
Diabetes.
are those things that make you
Sugar.
have high blood pressure? Lifestyle, if you're not exercising and eating properly, that's going to ruin your kidney. Second one is sugar. Sugar is now ranking number one across the globe. I
When you
know
say sugar
this.
includes minerals.
No, when I say sugar, I mean you are now a diabetic and
Okay.
you eat high carbohydrate food. And this
Oh.
high carbohydrates, but once you're a diabetic, you have the highest risk for kidney failure and then substance abuser. So if you're talking about kidney, I think another thing, I don't know if you ask me the question, I think it's important to know if your kidney is starting to be in trouble, how do you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's important for us to know that number one, you're going to be more tired.
Yet.
Two, your BP will be fluctuating. It cannot stay in one place. Number three, you cannot sleep very well. Yes. Number four, you have your feet will be swollen.
Your ankles.
Your ankles, your leg. So there's something called pitting edema. where if you press
it and it goes
it
in.
makes a hole.
Yes.
Like that.
So
Sometimes
that has to do with the kidney.
No,
Too
this
bad.
is no way.
Because I do it every day.
Oh, really?
Another,
yes.
Another obvious sign is look at the color of your urine.
Yes.
What would the
It's
color
yellow.
be like?
Darkest, brownish. Even it can get even like as dark as Coke. If you pour Coke in your, yes, it can get that bad. So once you start having what I call dirty urine, that your urine is dirty, then you need to start finding out. Now, what should you do? I believe that even here we are here to talk about lifestyle. Lifestyle is not completed without checking. Only 2 tests will give you time to go and sleep. A kidney function test, anybody understands that, and then abdominal scan. Because sometimes the kidney, like for example, if you have a kidney stone. It may not initially affect your kidney function test. So when you say, oh, I've gone for my medical, my kidney is perfect, please don't be too shocked because we've been surprised. So team up with your doctor, any doctor. If you care so much about your kidney, of course you can survive. We have 2. You can survive with 1, but you don't want to lose them. As I listed, even your red blood cell, vitamin D, anything you think of is controlled by these tiny organs called the kidney. So do your kidney function test. Then if you want, just do a scan. It will show you, is the liver, is the kidney getting bigger? Is it smaller? Is there a stone? Is it going to the left or to the right? I think we should be armed with that. Then, of course,
How regularly should we do this check?
for young people, minimum once a year. For average age, 40 and above, 2 times a year is not too much. And then, of course, if you're a diabetic and have high blood pressure, quarterly is not too much. I said earlier that I have a master's in preventive and promotional medicine. It's part of public health. And so I really had to sit down and find out, my people, that's my African people, what's killing us right now? What's killing us? It may not be outrightly diabetes, but your kidney will go. It might not be outrightly BP, but your kidney will go. So that's why I'm focusing my talk around this area.
All right, some people are writing in. Let's see
I'm
as we
happy
can
you
get.
talked about that.
It says,
because-
good morning, house. Is it okay to drink water at night, like when one is sleeping and waking up to drink water? I think I'm also a couple. When I wake up to pee, I always want to drink water.
Yeah.
But I'll just take a little. Is that okay?
If it, a sip or 2 is okay. You shouldn't go a whole bottle because you missed out on your daily water. You see, when you're resting, your body's like, I didn't have enough water to keep repairing. So you wake up with this thirst. I don't have water because your whole body is water. Madam knows I have a book on water as medicine.
Yes.
Yes.
I
So
read it.
thank you. Your whole body is like a bag. It's like an aquarium. You put a hole, and the water gets out. The fishes, which are your cells, they die and they get in trouble.
It's like amniotic fluid, busting, and the baby is dried out in the water.
Like they say, knowledge is power. I'm
Yes.
learning a lot.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
I know how to drink water at night. I won't lie.
Okay,
You
I'm
do
happy
your
you got
6
somebody who is
before
going
6.
to.
Then at night you can just
Just
sip.
sip.
Okay.
That's our rule.
Someone else is asking, thank God for this wonderful conversation. How do we know a healthy man? Abdul from Maitama
A
in
healthy
Abuja.
man.
Well, you just told us the signs of a failed or a kidney that is having challenge, not failed yet. I hope that answered your question. Please, I'm following your program. I am a man, and my problem is sleep. How do I get to sleep? What do? I don't sleep enough. Let's leave the coaches to handle that.
Okay, well, for usually people who have sleep issues, honestly, I refer them to a psychologist who handles insomnia. But for people who are having sleep issues because of trauma or, traumatic events that's happened to them and it's mild or emotional distress, I usually recommend meditation. Meditation helps a lot. And there's this app, Calm.
Yes.
You can download it and it helps you to sleep. I also recommend chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is
Chamomile, yes,
really
it's good.
soothing and
Makes
it
you
helps
relax.
with sleep. So that's what I usually say.
That's a good one. Yeah, I just know that.
So for people like us who don't take tea,
what do we do? But the good thing there is that I sleep, so I don't have to.
It's
then that's
important
fine.
to have
Yeah.
a clean hygiene. Sleep hygiene is very important. A lot of times we battle with sleep. We actually bring in the toxins into your room. You don't need a television set in your room, especially if you know you can't sleep. That's a distractor. You don't need your phone. The phone came in at a point, it became like.
No, I do my television.
Television helps you sleep, but I'm saying that
No,
for
I do
some
my
people,
television.
it will not work.
Okay.
If you know the phone itself, whenever you put it on, there's a light.
Yes.
It's a ray, it communicates to your brain. It tells your brain, I'm not ready for sleep. So if you have sleep issues, the first thing to do is, like I tell people, I am not a coach though, but I try to work out like 20 minutes after dinner. Then I shower
you work
15
out at
minutes. Yes, I light workouts, 20 minutes. I take and I make sure I take dinner 2 hours before. Then I do a shower. When you shower, your skin is refreshed. Your whole body is refreshed. And then you do it just before you go to bed. By the time you lie down, the coolness of the shower lulls you to sleep. If you want to, you can also play music if you like. And then I tell everybody, please, when you want to sleep, don't watch news channels. No, you just hear somebody has died in Afghanistan. Somebody has died and it gets to you. I prefer to listen to cool, sweet music when I want to sleep. So that way it helps me sleep better and have sweeter dreams. I don't know if you're listening. You could do it there. Doctor, somebody says
dreams is what you watch.
Yes. What you watch affects you.
Watch.
You watch horror film, you're going to have a disturbed sleep.
Yes. And I was saying about lifestyle being fitness based and food, and so we talked about the fitness and the food. But if you also rely on faith as well. I like like when the Muslims pray, they pray and then they sit and meditate.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
And as Christians, you pray, maybe you kneel down, you when you finish, you also tell you to meditate. So that sort of sends you into a relaxed mood,
Yes.
and you're able to sleep as well. So all these three things, when you walk out, you eat the right stuff, and you're able to converse with your maker, in a calm way. It'll calm you down and help you sleep as well.
So what
All right,
sir.
somebody's asking me a question here.
Meditate, but we don't do it in a calm way.
How is that meditating?
No. You said you pray because the way I pray, I kabash.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. After that, you
Okay.
meditate.
You can now stay quiet.
Meditation is
Doctor,
not
somebody's
much.
asking, what do you mean by 6 to 6? Okay, so let me quickly explain it. Doctor says 2 of this. Can I have it?
Yes.
2 of these bottles.
6.
You drink 2 in the morning with your breakfast. Drink 2 in the afternoon with your lunch. And then your dinner has to be early. That's 6 o'clock. You drink 2 again. So that means you've taken 6 bottles of this, and you took it before 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I hope I answered that
Many
correctly,
Nigerians
Doctor.
don't eat 3 times a day.
Okay, Atu.
I just want to quickly add, even if you don't eat, so it's not with breakfast,
lunch,
it's not
morning,
with,
afternoon,
it's just water is standing on its own.
Right.
You don't have to.
You don't have to eat.
I was going to say something as well.
You should eat, but the point is
when I was
that
reading,
the
talking
water
about
stands alone.
urine, you're talking about
Urine,
urine
yeah.
and the color. So we're talking about drinking water being too much. But then, so when I was reading, they told us you don't hold your pee.
Yes.
So as many times as you want to go.
If I hold my pee,
So that
It
also
affects you.
Your goes up to the
It
kidney.
affects
I'm
you.
thinking when she was talking about the color.
Yeah.
So that will cause something else. So as many times and as often as you.
there's no need
feel
holding
like-
pee. When you're pressed, you better go. Our time is almost up. But let's see if we can take 1 or 2 more messages. Good morning, everyone. My name is Patience Messinachi Ibe. Please, what causes drug allergies and how can it be cured? We have to reply you off the camera. Someone says here, does eating onion help the kidney? Yes or no, doctor?
Yes.
Okay, it does help.
Yes.
Another person is asking, he says he does alcohol, and is it okay for him? And we already said,
No.
you know. For you to
That's
even
what I'm
ask
asking.
question, you know.
No.
Okay, there are a lot of questions. I guess I have to take them after the program. Let's quickly have final word. Just final word, okay?
Well, if you love your life, you need to love your kidney. I'm known for saying it's just being deliberate. And once you're deliberate, then everything you do and put into your system, you will think, is this thing healing me or is it killing me?
Okay.
If it's healing you, then you continue. You will know
Okay.
if you're healing or killing yourself.
All right, Joy?
Well, for me, I want to advise people. Too many people take painkillers, and painkillers will destroy your kidneys.
All right, good one.
I'm going to drink more water. I've been saying it, but honestly, Doc, hold me accountable.
I will.
More water.
Drink more water.
So I always tell everybody, be you to the full. So who can make you you is you. So check up on you and do what is right for you.
All right, that's a good one. And then just before I leave, I'd like to tell you that more of this will come your way next week because we intend to look at your mind and your food as medicine next week. It's important because you are what you ingest, not what you bring out. Until then, be good citizens. And good citizens for me means that you should take care of yourself so that we don't get to lose you. Love your kidney. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
I just letting you know.